Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Fire Pod with me, a Twin Peaks podcast friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike. I am Colton Robertson, the rewatcher. I'm joined by the first-time viewer, Joseph George. What's up, homie?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it is even greater a pleasure today as we're covering it. This is it. This is the finale. There's no more Twin Peaks. Nothing else exists after this. At least it didn't seem like it would to those who were watching back in 1991. We are discussing the Season 2 finale, Season 2, Episode 22, titled Beyond Life and Death, written by Mark Frost, Harley Peyton, and Robert Engels, directed by David Lynch. So you've done it. You've completed the original run of the show. How are you feeling on the other side?
Oh, man. I mean, the happiest ending I could have hoped for. But no, I don't know. Is my true answer. I know I at least, I was in the correct mindset that I was supposed to be in, of pretty much complete and utter confusion, with every now and then a line of like, oh, wait a minute, that's, so it was like, things were coming together at some points, but then about 50,000 more questions arose once we kind of got into the good old lodge itself. So, yeah, this, I mean, to be a fan, and just once the credits rolled, I was just like,
how's Annie? How's Annie?
Oh, is this, and this might sound so stupid, but, like, is this where Smooth Criminal and, like, Annie, Are You Okay? Is that, like, is this a possible inspiration from...
Smooth Criminal would have been prior to this.
No! Is it actually It did, 87. Damn. Okay,
yeah,
wow.
Smooth Criminal would have been 80s. That's why I'm like,
Damn
now
it.
that might be why she's named Annie,
Annie, Are You Okay?
Yeah.
How's Annie? But yeah, seeing Kyle MacLachlan
Yay.
like this for the first time
Let's
ever.
Go.
Oh my god.
Now, we're heading into the return here in a couple weeks, of course. And Coop is Bob.
No.
Yeah.
No. This is the worst thing that could have happened. But
I know.
But
it's good. It's good though. It's good though. I'm really happy with it. I've always loved this choice. I think that it's clear to me anyway that they were well aware they weren't getting another season at ABC. They were like, fuck it. Let's take the biggest swing anyone ever has on network TV come to this point. I mean, this is as abstract as network TV has ever been. Ever.
Yeah. And I think even after the whole parsing of it after all this time, I still see why people are like, yeah, there's still a mystery going on in this town. Like, there's still stuff to figure out. And granted, I haven't seen everything else. There's maybe some things that click more. But if it's anything like his what he's done before, I feel like every time he answers one question, he at least starts two more. But it's the beauty of the show. I don't know. It's like it is the finale, and it is a huge swing, like compared to any other show. But the events that happen within this episode are actually like not out of left field within the show. Like yeah, whenever everyone is like in I guess the Black Lodge, anything can just happen. It is it's just a different realm. But like everything that is happening, it is weird. Don't get me wrong, and I am basically just flabbergasted the whole time. But like it is like, no, this tracks with the show I've watched so far.
It's in step with the show at large, to be sure. It's not exactly out of left field. It's just taking the sensibilities of the show and turning them up to 5,000. And really, really letting it fly. We're gonna do a scene by scene breakdown, but I'm gonna start with the Log Lady introduction.
Yes, the final one.
The final one.
Of this era. Yes.
Yeah, well, it's the final one, period.
Oh, of all. They don't do them at all for the return.
They don't do them at all anymore. Catherine Coulson is in the return, but she passed away between production and, like, she shot her scenes in the return. and
No.
and passed a couple weeks later. Like it was one of the last
She
things
was
she
meant to. It was like meant to be. It was like she had to return for the log lady. Oh, but she's still in the log. You know, she's there with him.
She's still there. She's never really. Is anybody ever really gone, etc. But this introduction was, and now an ending. Where there was once one, there are now two, or were there always two? What is a reflection? A chance to see two? When there are chances for reflections, there can always be two or more. Only when we are everywhere will there be just one. It has been a pleasure speaking to you.
What? What? This is how she ends it? I mean, that sounds like more of like a Bob thing of like, you know, he's only been the ones to be seen in reflections the whole time, and now he's, you know, where we saw Coop, now we see him, or we see two there. But yeah, Bob, I feel like that's Bob's goal. Like, is it just Coop? Is he just within Coop, or did something happen where, I don't know, like larger, he's more than Coop. But at least right now, it feels that he did just pull a fast one on Coop, and did him dirty. But the good old, yes.
Yeah, the mechanics of the Black Lodge are fascinating, to be sure. There's
if there are any, you know, is there rules in that place? Is there post return, or is there any more we can gather from that place? And it makes a little more sense because I mean,
there's yeah, probably. You know, I mean, it's Fire Walk with Me is a really, really awesome, interesting step in terms of continuing to build the mystery. And that movie has kind of become like a codex for the return.
Yes.
Kind of being like, okay, what the fuck is Philip Jeffries talking about here, and how does it apply to the return? You don't even know that character yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Philip, is this an actor or is this
don't
a
look
character?
that up. Yeah, don't look that up.
Yeah.
That is such a pleasant surprise. It's crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, so I mean, you've got a lot to look forward to. Is what I'll say.
Yes.
Let's dig into
lady.
it.
Damn,
Let's dig into it.
GG. Here we go. The last
we start on Andy and Lucy with their heads pressed together, consoling each other after the chaotic Miss Twin Peaks contest where Annie was kidnapped. And I love that it ends with them telling each other "I love you" for the first time. Very, very sweet.
Yeah, very nice. Love, you know, from last episode, the fear and love. All the couples they're coming together, and I guess some are split apart, but it is I don't know. There are some happy endings, you know, and this I feel like is one of them. Is like at least we know
they're
that,
together, and
yeah. This one's
and
okay.
both Andy and Lucy are back in the return. This is a fun chipping away I'll do. After the last time we see each character, I'll let you know whether or not they return.
Okay. So they return. Very nice.
Andy and Lucy are going to be back in the return. And we meet their kid, which is cool. Because he'll be 25. Another wonderful surprise for who plays their child.
It's crazy. Yeah. Weird that we are 25 right now as well. It's like a weird, just why everything 25 right now? That's weird. But okay.
I don't like
it. Did Lucy say the name? I feel like I don't know.
No,
the name hasn't been revealed.
The name has not been revealed. You'd remember it.
Oh,
you'd remember it.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Interesting. Oh, I think it was like it's a boy.
Yeah.
But was that in the Black Lodge, or was that even someone just randomly said that out of nowhere in the episode? I feel like, and I'm like, is that about Lucy's kid and aunt? Like, or is this just a random? It's a boy, or I think that was the random line that came up in my head.
That was in the bank.
Oh, what?
A security guard. I think they're trying to be like that security guard just had a baby, and then he dies.
Wow. Oh my god. So it's just a random insert.
It's just some random guy who gets killed in a bomb.
What the fuck there, dude? Yeah, I don't even want to think about that yet.
We'll get there. There's a lot that distracts you from a lot of the stuff that happens in between. But Cooper, Harry, and Hawk stare at the map as Cooper mumbles, "Fire, fire, walk with me." And Pete Martell enters, and I gotta say, Jack Nance being directed by David Lynch is a different fucking ballgame. This guy is fucking elite when Lynch is behind the camera. Him coming in and being like, Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
I fucking love this. The log lady stole my truck. Yeah. I love it.
12 rainbow trout in the trunk.
In the bed. Yeah.
But... Man, good old...
Where's my truck? I fucking love him. I love him so much.
The percolator to the truck, you know.
To the truck, yes. Yes, indeed.
Chess master. Capablanca, turns out, real chess player.
Yeah, that's a real guy.
That was insane. I thought it was a complete fictitious, like he just made up a name. It was just randomly, out of Peak's context, I saw Capablanca pop up in just a real life way, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Jose Capablanca. Yeah, Pete Martell, legend. A great kind of one of his last scenes. Because he doesn't live through that. The bomb exploded in his face.
It was right there.
Just collateral damage, Pete Martell, poor guy. Yep, says the log lady stole his truck and drove off towards the woods, and Cooper informs Pete that he's like, that was not the log lady, she'll be here in a minute. That was Wyndham Earl. And then the log lady arrives, and Coop's like, do you have it? And she provides the jar of oil.
When did they talk of this? Did they, what, was this in the plan? I feel like this was kind of out of nowhere of like, log lady's
definitely wasn't something we were privy to.
Yeah. This was which is, and it didn't really, it was just to have the girl who was almost murdered with Laura smell it to confirm, yes, this is the same stuff that we were there. It feels like that's all it was really for. But I don't know. It was a weird, okay, I guess they must have talked of this before, or I don't know. Is
yeah.
He seems to be a little possessed already before he goes in there.
I do tend to agree that there's something greater guiding his hand. As there is a lot of characters in this episode, the way Sarah pulls up to the diner and talks to Major Briggs. True. Whenever he's like, the log lady will be here in a minute, it doesn't seem like he did talk to her about that. There is a weird sort of air about everything. However, they are on the exact same page. She brought the bottle that he needed. And Ronette is there. They needed, it's not like Ronette happened to show up, they had Ronette there for that reason. But regardless, they put all the pieces together here. The jar smells like scorched engine oil, which connects back to Jacoby's telling of what happened to Jacques Renault, and then Ronette Pulaski confirms she smelt that the night that Laura died, and therefore there must be something. There must be something in the woods. They come to the conclusion eventually that Glastonbury Grove is where they need to go. Hawk confirms that that's where he found the bloodied pages of the diary. And therein we push forth.
Is that Laura sending those pages? I guess, but they came from, I always forget his name, Harold. Didn't they came from Harold or something, right? And I don't know, I thought he ripped them up and they were somewhere in his apartment, but the secret diary. Yeah,
there's a couple diaries. There is pages from Laura's diary that were ripped out. The one that they found in her room. Okay. Those are these pages.
Okay.
My guess is that
diary. Yeah. In And they're saying it. They popped up where the Black Lodge
yes,
where that is
leading to it and around it. So my money is that Leland had them and took them to the Black Lodge. Is my guess. There's a lot of stuff in these this episode and the movie, where the Leland's, I don't know, I'm trying to think, victim complex is completely undone.
I didn't kill anybody. Yeah, I didn't kill anybody, dude.
Well, and it doesn't help either that it's like the bad version of Leland saying that.
Yeah. But also there is already a bad version of Coop in there. So it's like, is there just no matter what a bad version of everybody, and it's depending on how much you let them shine, sort of thing, or I mean that's obviously the most abstract part of the episode, and
we'll be able to, but we'll parse through it, of course, but nevertheless, they conclude that Glastonbury Grove is where they need to go, and we head to the woods where Wyndham Earle arrives in a dark wooded grove with Annie. And this is a hell of a scene. I got to give Heather Graham some credit here because I feel like she's rolling with a lot of punches here.
Like just being like, whenever he forces her to look out the back of the truck, or like, I don't know, he really
hits her head on the window. Yeah, I can't imagine that was scripted. And I'm given Heather Graham's specific reaction, I don't think it was. It was
looked
scripted.
Real. Yeah, she was really reacting.
Yeah, oh fuck! But she stayed in character. She did a good job. It was a really impressive scene. They both did a really good job, and then they start wandering in the woods as Annie begins reciting Psalm 141 KJV, apparently. I don't know that, but that is what this says. And they reach a circle of sycamore trees. And Wyndham brings her into the circle, where she falls under some sort of spell. Her eyes go crossed, and she wanders, walk with him.
Yep. Yeah, it's like that is the thing I noticed, is that the Black Lodge, I thought it was going to be some cave entrance, before you walk, I guess they do walk through something, but it looks like a campfire. I don't, like, it just is it's the campfire without the fire. And it's everything.
If that is really oil, and specifically scorched engine oil sitting in that little pond there,
a forever
it
fire.
Literally is a fire.
That's
pit,
true. Yes. So if you light that mug,
who knows what happens? That would be kind of cool. Maybe that's why it smells scorched.
Yeah, it's like a representation of like oil, is just long dead things. But it's not really that humans or we put them there, sort of thing. So it's like, but I feel like the oil and like the show's trying to get at like save the trees sort of thing. I feel like it's just the representation of man-made evil, sort of. That's that pit.
Well, and given oil's presence in being the purpose behind who knows how many conflicts globally.
Pretty much every one of them.
Yeah, pretty much all of them. It's
religion and oil. We love to fight over them, all the time.
All the time. Yeah, no, it's not great. It's not great. But regardless, Wyndham takes Annie in hand in hand, clasped together. Yours and mine, he says, and has her follow him behind a red curtain and vanishes.
GG, Annie. Yes, that is all she wrote. I guess it does happen kind of off screen. Of her just go. Maybe.
Yeah, she's in the hospital at the end. That's what they say.
How's Annie? So, they both, I guess, appear at, so they're...
Yeah, Harry confirms that she is in the hospital,
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's...
Still doesn't... still not great for Annie.
Yeah.
We will... Well... I don't know.
It's danger. I feel like, yes, these details could be very dangerous for you to
yeah,
give
I'm
to
like,
me
because, I mean, context
before.
is important on what we
Mhm.
see and what we don't see,
Yeah.
because, like, we will see Annie again, but it's not in a strictly new context. That's why I'm like, it's not like...
Like, if you were to tell me, oh, we're going to see Pete Martell, not prequel Pete Martell, like, that would be like, That'd be like, excuse
me? Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's hard to say. That's why I'm like, I'm never going to give you context, is really what I'm getting at. But, we'll then head to the Hurley house, where Ed, Norma, and Doc Hayward bandage up Nadine and Mike Nelson for their injuries. Mike confesses his love for Nadine. He'd questioned. I love Ed's dancing with Norma in the corner, like, yeah, we're vibing, we're having a great time. My wife just got hit on the head by a sandbag. Let's go. And Mike confesses his love for Nadine, and she is horrified. She has no idea who the fuck Mike is. She yells at Ed, what's going on here? What's she doing here? It's unfair. It's just unfair. I feel really bad for Nadine.
Man, that was, we were headed to somewhat of a happy ending with her, it's like, but I don't know if it was the true happy ending.
It would have been a sham,
like, so
what sucks is that this definitely puts a dampener on Ed and Norma's plans.
So it's like, but we don't really know. It's like,
yep. Tons of threads here. Tons of threads in the real world that definitely don't. Actually, no threads that get tied up at all in this show. At least for the first 2 seasons, there's hardly anything besides, funny enough, Thomas Eckhart's storyline. Which is hysterical that's the only one that really gets a conclusion.
Fuck. Yeah, but this was pretty sad to see at the very end. I'm glad that she wasn't left insane and that it was, she
returns to her version of sanity.
Where's my drape runners? And I was like,
I
forgot about the drape
Ed grabbing
runners.
her. How old are you?
Yeah.
35, you moron. Poor Nadine, poor Ed, poor everyone involved. Everything's bad here. But, so Mike then looks at Ed and is like, yeah, I might have let this get a little far. I'm sorry. That is your wife again. Which...
And I did just confess my love for her right in front of you and in front of everybody. But now I guess I have to go. I
have to retract my statements.
I have to return to my senior year of high school. Goodbye.
See you on the flip. But we'll head then to the Hayward house. Fun conclusion of storyline here. Donna is distraught, having learned of the likely possibility that Ben is her blood father, and at her house, Ben and Eileen try to console her. They try to talk to her, but it's then that Doc Hayward arrives, and he's like, Ben, I told you to stay away.
Whoa.
And Donna, I love Donna's line read here. Laura Flynn Boyle does a really great job. Daddy, you're my daddy. You're my daddy. You're my daddy.
That was tough. It's like, it's a weird, like, it almost got me to start crying there. And I was like, whoa, out of nowhere. Like, it's like a, I don't know. It was just, maybe it's just the trope, of just the true father is the one who raised her.
Yeah, the one who raised her. And I appreciate that was never in question. It's just the fact that she didn't know the truth, and she just wanted it.
And you don't want to see Doc Hayward mad.
You do not. He really lets it fly, too. It's then that Ben's wife pulls up, Sylvia arrives, and is like, what are you trying to do to this family? I love that she's on their side, too. She's like, Ben, stop it. There's nothing good that can come of this. And angered, Doc Hayward rushes Ben, punches him in the face, who falls and slams his head into the fireplace and falls down unconscious.
Okay.
Doc Hayward falls to his knees and screams at the heavens.
Bro, is he like pissed at what he's done, or is he pissed at just that life?
I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot of emotion brimming to the surface. lot of frustration, bottled for years. You know, he's always been a very sweet man.
I don't think he meant to like hurt Ben in this way. You know, I don't think he meant for him. He
definitely didn't mean for him to slam his head under the fireplace and fall down unconscious. He wanted to punch him. He didn't want to kill him. Not to say that Ben's dead, but he could be. You don't know.
It kind of looked. I don't know. I mean, that's at least definitely how they leave it. Is bro could be dead or.
Good news is he's literally in the town's best doctor's house.
That's true.
So there's that.
Seemingly the only doctor, because the only other one that I know of is Jacoby. And
I'm like, there's a whole hospital and shit, but like, I don't think the only one we ever see is Doc Hayward working, which is hysterical. But
hey, he did let it go. You know, it was nice to at least see him. Just I don't know. See, like we saw a lot of people in this way, like ways that we never see them.
I know before, it's really nice, and this one does have a shocking final appearance. This scene, Laura Flynn Boyle is never back as Donna.
Wow, really?
Yeah, this is it for Donna. Yeah, it's
nothing on the James. Well, I guess maybe they could be like, yeah, she went to go see James, or James came back and they left, and blah blah blah.
Right. Yeah, that's why I'm like, Donna's storyline always felt like the one that was going to take her out of town anyway. She always felt like the one that was going to leave. But we have a prequel film.
True.
Concerning.
She doesn't show up in that either?
She does. It's not Laura Flynn Boyle. Laura Flynn Boyle did not want to come back for the movie.
Damn.
Scheduling conflicts and et cetera, et cetera. But,
I mean, honestly, on the whole, like, as the female characters go, she is pretty bottom of the totem. Like, she was nice in season 1, I feel like, but season 2, it felt like they didn't really know.
They didn't know what to do with her anymore, you know? And that sucks because she was great in season 1. I really, really enjoyed Donna's presence, but, the melodrama of her and James was always really fun in season 1. And then when that was over, it was like, okay, well, that's that. Nevertheless, last appearance for Laura Flynn Boyle as Donna.
Right. Goodbye, Donna.
But that's the one from that scene that I'll give you. But
okay,
we'll head to the Blue Pine Lodge where Andrew grabs the safe deposit key and sneaks off while Pete finds him. And he's like, Andrew. Andrew.
Yeah, he's not gonna go tell Catherine.
No, he's not telling Catherine.
He's just gonna. He's like, I saw.
I'm gonna go ahead and see what you're doing. You know, poor guy walked in at the wrong time. Yep.
Man.
But we'll head back to the woods where Cooper and Harry find Pete's truck. They walk partly into the forest when Cooper again is struck by some divine inspiration and tells Harry that he has to go the rest of the way on his own.
Alone. And Harry's
Harry goes, why?
You could tell he's just like, do I actually go? Like, is it correct for me to actually still go and like protect him, or like, do I actually stay back?
I want to save my boyfriend.
Yes,
no, but
the boy. I don't know. It was like I don't know. It felt like, and that's why I love. I don't know, Harry Aunt Keen. Is that right? The good old
Michael Aunt Keen, played by Harry.
Harry Truman. Michael Aunt Keen. There we go. But yeah, it's like, you don't need him to even say words at this point. It's literally like he's so good at just the body language of. Dude,
he's so fucking good at that. He's actually better when he's not talking than when he is, which is rare. He's really like, one of my favorite shots in this episode is him sitting on the log with Andy, and just the way he's sitting there staring at the spot and being like, it's been 10 hours, you know, like you can just feel the sadness, all the shit that's happened bubbling up here. Like, he may never see his boy again. You know, he doesn't know what just happened.
Oh man.
He doesn't move either. It's like 24 hours. He never moves from that spot. That's a man lovelorn right there. But regardless, Cooper continues on without Harry. And one of my favorite shots of the episode is also right here when the flashlight pans across the sycamore trees. And the sycamore trees slowly illuminate just their branches and stuff. Like, I loved that. And Cooper hears an owl, and sees the pool of oil ringed by rocks in a circle of small sycamores. Harry watches as Cooper disappears behind a red curtain, which magically appears and then disappears just as quickly.
I think that will actually be my shot of the episode. I think of because this is in film, correct?
Yeah.
Like how? So is this just too? Like this has, I don't know, just layered. I'm assuming, but like to actually do this is just so like all of the effects they did is just, it's so much more impressive to me that there's not, I don't know, not a computer involved. It's not just
right.
I'm going to digitally make this and take it out, transparency down to 50%. There you go.
Right.
It's like, no, they fucking had to cut real film, splice it together. I mean, that's just insane. And,
that's sick. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't know, and even all the like talking backwards too, like the production of this episode, I feel like there's so much more had to go into the pre-planning or the.
Oh yeah, I mean every scene that's performed backwards, the amount of thought that goes into that is absolutely absurd. Because it's performed fully backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Not
like just spoken, but
they start with the last word in the scene and where they are supposed to end up, and work their way back to where they start. I love it, man. It's so fucking good. But nevertheless, Harry watches as Coop disappears, and he is obviously struck by the bizarreness of it all. And then the episode really hits its stride. Cooper walks into the mysterious red-curtained room from his dream. There are couches, a zigzag pattern on the floor, and some statues. We hear a sad jazz tune being sung. Under the sycamore. He's really getting after it, and the man from another place dances in the room and sits on an old chair. And as the tune flares, strobe lights flicker, and the song concludes. Elsewhere, Andy arrives in the forest to join Harry, and they wait all night, and after over 10 hours, Cooper does not emerge. Meanwhile, Audrey walks into the Twin Peaks Saving and Loan Bank, passes before the sleeping new accounts clerk, and chains herself to the bank vault in protest of the Ghostwood Development Project and its environmental effect on the forest weasel. The old, senile, and slow-moving bank president, Del Mibler, which is just straight up Lynch stuff right here.
Yeah.
Guy who we are spending 2 minutes of an important finale episode on a guy walking back and forth. I love that. That's so fucking funny. It kills me. He fetches Audrey a glass of water, but is slow to understand what Audrey is doing. She asks that he calls the Gazette to inform them that she's protesting the bank's process and the impact on the Ghostwood development and all that good stuff. But he has no idea what the fuck she's talking about, so he won't do that.
Bro got her the water, I guess. That was
well, she did all that, and then she said all of that, and then it's like, and can I get a glass of water? And he's like, that I can do. That I know what you mean.
Yes, and I guess
you said a lot of words very fast, and I'm not keeping up.
Yeah, and but God damn it, Ben. This is Audrey would not have done this, Like this is purely just because Ben sent her to Seattle or wherever, and then bad blah, blah, it's like fuck you, Ben.
Fucking Audrey. Fucking Audrey. Andrew asks the bank president when he gets there with Pete to help in identifying the proper box in the bank vault. The elderly bank president walks away as Andrew opens the box. And inside is a bomb, which is great. That's fantastic. And Thomas even knew that even though he gave it to Catherine.
Andrew. I got Andrew.
Andrew would steal it and go to open it, which is just, galaxy brain move by Thomas. Couldn't have anticipated that Pete Martell would be with him, though. And as soon as the deposit box is opened, a bomb is triggered, and it explodes. It explodes, blowing out the bank's windows, the clerk's glasses, and some money fall on a nearby pine branch. So, this is the end for Pete. This is the end for Andrew, and it is the end for the Del Mibbler, who didn't have much time left anyway.
There's one that cannot. There is one that simply cannot die, and that is Audrey, the fucking... She, in my head, the safe saved her. So, I don't know. She's fucking chained right to it.
Right,
maybe it somehow she's only chained to really like an open fence, so like it really should have killed. But I'm thinking it closes, I don't know, and she's perfectly shielded. Couldn't have been in a better position,
Right? She will be back again in the prequel movie for sure.
Yep, that one tracks. So
you will see Audrey again, but we'll see about any more than that.
But why? Why put her? What the fuck, dude?
That's so funny, man. It kills me. It kills me. But yeah, so that's the last we see of Audrey in the original run of Twin Peaks. And then at the Double R Diner, Bobby and Shelley smile at each other as Garland and his wife sit at a nearby booth. And Bobby proposes marriage to Shelley, and while she asks to think about it, considering she is still technically married to Leo, who at the moment is still holding out in Wyndham's spider trap, and that truly is...
That's his end, bro.
That's it. There's he's not in the return. So that's the last glimpse you get of him, which fucking kills me.
Because even if he lets go, are they poisonous? Like, does he
die? No, they're
tarantulas.
He wouldn't be hurt. It wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Wyndham's gone, so it's not like he has a threat returning to him.
No, what's funny is he might just die there.
Oh damn! Yeah, just is he? I bet he's strapped to the chair. Obviously, if he wasn't, he could have just removed the spiders with his hands or whatever. So
he's definitely bound in some capacity.
Oh man, yeah, poor Leo just died of thirst or starvation.
Yeah, probably.
In a fucking cabin in the woods, and eventually just probably let tarantulas crawl all over him, which they don't even bite unless threatened, I guess. So would they even really? I
don't think they do shit to Leo.
Yeah,
that's what's funny is again it's just Wyndham stoking fear. Yeah, that's all it is. During this scene, Bobby and Shelley tease Heidi as she comes in late for her shift, recreating a scene from the first episode.
The giggles, the everything.
Yeah, the giggles.
The Germans are always on time, and saying
this feels a little time is a flat circle sort of thing.
Because we're ending where we be. I don't know. It's even through all this shit. This is where Bobby and Shelley basically were at the very beginning. I'm still married to Leo, but are we going to do this? And it's they're taking that same question again, and it's Heidi for the first time that we've seen her since. Yeah, was it
since
literally
the first episode? Yeah, she has not been in the show since.
Wow, that's awesome. That's just cool. I don't know, yeah, in the fucking there's only one other place where we hear giggles like that. I don't know. It's and why is that a connection? Why it's not? It should, I don't know. It shouldn't be, but it's I feel
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, the crazed giggles in the Black Lodge, they're.
Oh.
I feel like her giggles, Heidi's giggles, were ADR'd, or they weren't actually her in that moment. You could kind of tell they I don't know, played them up a little bit so that you heard it more, or it stood out a little more. And maybe that was just, I don't know, she couldn't giggle like that in the time, or he wanted a different feeling. I don't know, but
right,
it feels that scene is to invoke we've done this before. When that there is the weird air to it, the weird something, and then yeah, I feel like I'm stretching on the giggle.
No, but I get what you mean. I mean, the whole scene has a weird vibe because of that. And then immediately after, Major Briggs and his wife sit at a nearby table, happy to be back together, and Jacoby arrives with a dazed-looking Sarah Palmer, who Jacoby's like, "You're right, he's here." And they sit. Jacoby lets Briggs know that she has a message for him. And when she opens her mouth, a garbled, demonic voice comes out that says, "I'm in the Black Lodge with Dale Cooper. I'm waiting for you."
This seems like is this Wyndham or is this Bob? It feels like it's more Wyndham, because I mean he's the one trying to pull everyone in, and like that's been his whole thing. But like at the end of this all, like I think I was saying if there's a dynamic of Bob and Wyndham, it is that Bob is like using him, pretty much, and then like Bob always has the upper hand sort of thing, and that feels pretty good after this episode of like Bob always had kind of the upper hand. So it feels
I don't even think I don't feel like Wyndham was ever working with Bob. Bob knew of Wyndham and was like, "Yeah, go for it, buddy."
Yeah, like, "Hey, perfect. You are doing just what I need you to do." Or like, I mean, more fear, the better. And so, I feel
he's like, "I love that shit."
But to get Sarah, I feel like it makes sense because, she has been touched by Bob before. Like, this is someone that Bob can use very easily as compared, I don't know, to anyone else. And like Jacoby, I don't know what outfit he's in too. Ro is in like some, I mean, he's always in something crazy.
He's always in something wild, yeah.
Like, it's like he's in like a pirate's cloak. I don't know, or like a ritualistic cloak. I don't know. It's some just crazy. But yeah, that was. I thought it's nice to bring Sarah back. Like, we're seeing Ben's wife, we're seeing Sarah, we're seeing like everyone.
Everyone is in this episode except James, which is hysterical.
Damn, he's on.
He got out of town just in time, brother. Yeah, he made the right move. He left, and that was smart. Wow. But this is not the last time we will see Sarah Palmer either, which is nice. Or that's Bobby and Shelley. Bobby and Shelley are they obviously leave it in a relatively normal place compared to everybody else in the episode. So not the last time we see Sarah, not the last time we see Bobby or Shelley. And same for Major Briggs. So
Briggs, good. Okay, I'm glad he's not leaving. I wanted more Briggs.
He certainly has a presence in the show going forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna need more of, but the Sarah side is actually really interesting too.
Oh, the Sarah side. Sarah is. The virus we haven't even begun to get into Sarah for real. We always had those weird what's going on with Sarah vibes at points, and then this really takes it up a notch, it only gets more and more like that.
It's crazy to think she's just been alone. Like she's pretty much, I mean, ever since Laura died. Like, I don't know if she knew of Bob, like how much she knew of Bob, if it was all a complete shock to her, or if she, if had past events with Bob and, it was clear, whatever. But, I don't know, ever since Leland was officially dead, she's, just in that house alone.
That's her life. There's actually, ahead of the return, there's a great behind the scenes thing that I definitely recommend you check out. I'll let you know, I'll rewatch and let you know if it's something, I'm assuming it was promotional material, so you should be able to watch it without the return. It should be okay. But David Lynch interviews Cheryl Lee, Grace Zabriskie, and I want to say Ray Wise, as their characters. Like David Lynch is talking to them as David Lynch. And he asks them questions like, "So Laura, when your father killed you,
wow,"
and stuff like that, and asks Sarah how she's been doing, what she's done since they died, and all that. Like, it's an interesting little piece of behind the scenes footage. I'll have to find it and send it to you because it's really, really good. But nevertheless, we will push forth into the Black Lodge. This is 30 minutes into the episode, and there's 19 minutes left.
That's what I was just going to say, is that I had to go back and check. I was like, was that really 20 minutes? Because in one point, it felt like
It felt like an hour. Yeah.
But then,
it feels like forever. The rest of the episode takes so fucking long, and I mean that in the best way possible.
Yes, yeah, a good way. Good,
yes,
not like
I don't want it to end, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
And it doesn't for a while, it feels like. But in the Black Lodge, the red-suited, backwards-talking man from another place tells Cooper that they are in a waiting room. Mm-hmm. And he offers Cooper coffee. He says, "Would you like some coffee?" And the man from another place tells Cooper, "When you see me again, it won't be me."
Mm-hmm.
There was a point early on in the show where I almost said something about this line, thinking it was said earlier.
Wow.
And I think it was in regards to the giant.
I see. Yeah. That I see how that be like. I would confuse that too. This sounds like a giant line right here. Like
and this one has layers. There's still stuff to come.
Me again, it won't be me. Yes.
Well, and I mean that applies to Cooper, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we see Cooper again, it's not him. He goes into another room and finds the man from another place with the grayed out eyes, which is him again, but not him. And like every dual personality, sort of. When you see me again, it won't be me. But it's then that Laura Palmer appears, pops up right next to the man from another place. She sticks her hand out and snaps, and in reverse, it looks so fucking cool. I love that. She says, she says, "I'll see you again in 25 years." And then she says, "Meanwhile," and does a strange pose with her hands.
I don't know what it feels like. I don't know how to read Laura. Like, either they're saying beware of her, you know, like beware, and it seems that she's trying to get a message through to Coop, but she knows. Oh my God! Wait a minute. The pose. I was thinking, like, what could that mean? It's the fucking statue that's in the hallway. The little right, or are the arms cut off in that statue?
The arms are cut off of that statue.
Yeah. Okay, so never mind. So maybe not exactly, but
there are two Lauras in the Black Lodge.
There is this one, and then the weird eye one.
The one with the weird eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. True. But yeah, it feels like she's the weird, there is the weird evil one that is definitely whatever, but it still feels like she's trying, I don't know, to get a message through, but she is afraid to do, like, she knows she can't be very, just clear with it. She has to hide that she's trying to send a message. It's like, I don't know, But then at points it feels like regular Laura was going crazy, and it wasn't even the weird eye one. So I was back and forth on Laura the whole time, but at least here initially it seemed that she was trying to there's still more to figure out. Like there's still a way to help or to do something. But the statue is the closest thing I can get to the hand thing, because I feel like that's, if you were to put arms on that thing, there you go.
There you go.
So is that like where she is? You know, is that her? You know, where Josie's in the drawer pole. But it feels like that's more of a, you have to be in a living thing, not stone. But I don't know. Maybe it is truly anything.
Or a real world thing.
True. Yeah, that is the one. Well, I guess, there's chairs, but those disappear. That's the one thing that never disappears. That thing is always there in the hallway. It's like a lighthouse, like a you know where you are when you see that. You're in.
At least you think you do.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's not really,
because he runs in circles, and never
you go through
finds
the same door, and it's something different every time.
I think it's the same door. That's I think he's in a new fucking room every time. But
Yeah.
Regardless, after the strange gesture, and she says, meanwhile, she disappears. And it's then that the elderly and senile waiter appears and brings Cooper coffee. Coffee! 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 Once he sets it down, Cooper looks down and looks back up and finds the giant in his place, who then walks and sits down next to the man from another place, saying, one and the same. Now, is he talking about him and the man from another place? Is he talking about him and the waiter? Yes.
I think, everybody. I think that's...
Yep, one and the same. All of it, one and the same. But the man from another place looks strangely and rubs his hands together. And the giant disappears. Cooper begins to attempt to drink the coffee only to find it frozen solid, tipping it to show the man. And when he tips the cup a second time and some of it pours out, now liquid, he tips it a third time and it is the burnt oil. The man from another place says, wow, Bob, wow. Fire walk with me. The room erupts into flame and begins to flicker between light and darkness. And that's when Coop's like, yeah, I'm gonna go find a different room. Cooper leaves, entering another one that looks exactly the same. He returns to the first room, at least he thinks so, where the man from another place says, wrong way. And Cooper goes back to the second room where he sees the man from another place once more, laughing with gray eyes, saying, another friend. And he weirdly wanders away behind the chair. It's then that Maddie walks through the curtains. The angle of this shot is terrifying. I don't know what it is. Maddie is scary.
Yeah, like she walks behind the curtain first. You see like her silhouette, and then she comes through.
And the distance, everything, I am always freaked out. There's a great episode of Doctor Who called, like, I can't remember if it's like 70 meters or something, where for the rest of someone's life, there's always a person 70 meters away looking at them.
No, that is hell.
That's horrifying. The person never gets closer. The person never does anything to them. But it's just the fact that there is always somebody that far away staring at you. You know, and anytime that kind of, like, this shot of Maddie being at a distance, you can't really see her eyes. You can't really see details. So, like, her eyes almost look like black pits. And she's just speaking to him. Oh, dude.
It's like this optical illusion with the room, too. Like, the floor, it makes everything in the back corner look so much further away. Like, Coop, he's in the he is on camera. The very, very left of camera, it's showing his back shoulder. And then, I have the episode pulled up. There's no way I couldn't on this one. I'm
of course.
Through, while going through and it looks like the chairs look puny. Like, I don't, like, even just looking at it right now, and the lamps look small. Like, and as she's walking up, it's crazy just how much bigger she gets so fast. Like,
dude, it's just like the slow approach towards the camera. There's a lot of also looking directly at the camera in this one. At the beginning, whenever he first enters the lodge and the lights are strobing and the singer's performing, the man from another place is looking directly at the camera while the lights strobe. Later on, evil Coop looks directly at the camera. So there's just a lot of weird, terrifying vibes in this one. But Maddie approaches and says, "Watch out for my cousin."
Yeah.
And then disappears. And Cooper returns to the first room to find it completely empty, and an evil-looking man from another place appears with his eyes corrected. White says, "Doppelganger, doppelganger," and an evil-looking Laura Doppelganger appears and says, "Meanwhile." She is the scream queen to end all scream queens, brother. Cheryl Lee can scream like nobody I've ever fucking heard before.
Yeah, I was debating on who to give the performance to this episode, and it was between Kyle MacLachlan and Cheryl Lee, actually. And I think I will go with Cheryl Lee because I never did before. And it's kind of it's cool that she'll get one, and it's at the very, very end of the show.
That's a good call. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going to give it to Cheryl Lee as well because I love her performance. I always love Cheryl Lee, and she's terrifying, genuinely terrifying during this whole sequence. And I have a theory regarding the way time moves.
Okay. Are we talking peaks, or are we talking in the real universe?
No, in peaks.
Okay, no, I'm kidding.
I'm talking, and not just in peaks. I'm talking about specifically in the Black Lodge.
Okay.
I think Coop is in here for 25 years.
Oh.
Not Evil Coop. I think Evil Coop knows where he needs to go to get out at the right time. I think you can travel through time in the Black Lodge.
Yes. I mean, if
you find the right exit, I think you can come out.
Yeah.
At different times.
I totally agree with this. He is not on Earth any longer. You know, homie is in
not
a
at all.
different realm. And hey, I mean, real science. You go fast enough, you literally time travel. Or if you are near something gravitationally heavy enough, you time travel. And I feel like going to another realm. Yeah, that's even easier. I feel like to time travel there. But I didn't ever think of that possibility of he's like trapped here, actually. And that's what Leland's life was like. Maybe Leland got lured to the Black Lodge just like Coop did, and this is how he took over Leland. And good Leland, the one with the good eyes, is there, and then bad Leland walked out and took over for Bob at the time, and then now we're seeing the next step of it, of Coop. Yeah, and
Leland's a tough case. I think what's happening to Coop is different than what happened to Leland. I say that because I think Coop's has to be done much more forcefully. I think it has to be done.
Yeah.
I think when Leland was younger, he just didn't have his defenses up, you know? I think the way that Bob and Leland worked was less a complete possession than what's happening to Coop.
Yeah.
I have a tough time one of the most important things to me is that in the finale of this episode, the gray corrected doppelganger-eyed Leland says, "I didn't kill anybody."
Oh, it's evil Leland that says that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And when Leland is dying, he goes, "My God, I killed my daughter." And recontextualizing Bob and going back to Bob working as allegory more than a literal presence, which we know he is. I'm not trying to dismiss that. I literally started last episode talking about how Bob is a real thing in this world. There's no doubt about that.
Yes.
But we've also always said that Bob acts on the horrifying real instincts of whoever he is possessing or is in or is feeding off of.
Yes.
And I think that is much more what is happening. I think Bob is feeding off of Leland, not controlling Leland.
It seems I like the theory of it being humans are kind of basically neutral, and it is your decisions to whether choose you go down the dark route or the light route, and that is what's it. But if Bob has no interference in Leland's life, I don't think he chooses the bad as much as he does. So it's like he's not controlling his every single move, but there is some sort
there's a cause and effect. Yeah, I'm not dismissing that by any stretch.
Yeah. And I think Leland saying, I killed my daughter was more of a revelation. Bob is finally out of him. He is just Leland. And he is like, even if it was Bob or whatever, like I was the one who like,
I was the one who did it.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
like
me. So,
and that's why I think Bob, kind of represents a cycle of abuse, generally. Like and the evil that men do, etc. But the idea, like, let's contextualize Bob in the way that he has always been depicted, which is a rapist. If Bob, there might be a certain implication, and I think there definitely is, that Leland was sexually assaulted by Bob as a young child.
Yeah, I guess
and that is part of, that begins a cycle of abuse that he passes down. I don't know. There's
it feels like, say someone other than Leland, Ben Horn, who is without Bob inside of him, or maybe, I don't know, but without the pure, I don't know, Leland connection that Bob had. He's still doing bad, but it's not like, that he doesn't know that he's not doing it. I don't know. But like with Leland, it feels like there is this like facade, or there is this something in his mind is very different from from Ben or from anyone else who's out there. And I mean, yeah, maybe it is just simply Bob makes those thoughts louder. Like everyone on Earth has good and bad thoughts, but it's just, hopefully you tend to focus on the good ones more. But it's like maybe Bob, that's all he does, is it's like, these are your thoughts. Like, I'm not even the one putting them in. These are coming from your head. You focus on, like, it's just he's like a constant metronome, or like a reminder of just like,
right.
This is you, this is you, this is you. And that would be like even worse than
pure
true possession. Yeah. So, I feel like it is maybe just like he's an amplifier, for that. So
I can get with that. Yeah, no, I mean, I say all that just to say that when it comes to what's happening with these doppelgangers,
yeah,
I find them like, Leland wasn't literally replaced in the real world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I think Coop, as we know him, is in the Black Lodge at the end of this episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that just because, like, he emerges, I literally think that is a different Coop.
Okay.
Physically.
And you think what happened to Leland was different than
I think what happened to Leland was different. I don't think that there's a different Leland that emerged from the Black Lodge than the one that went in.
I feel like if there is, it's the man from the other place. Like, it is the child spirit that got trapped in this young, and then he grew up in the Black Lodge, and that sort of thing. But then the whole, all is
But he
one.
does have a doppelganger. There is a Leland in there, which is why I'm like, it's, but why is there two Lauras also? Like, if there's two Lauras in there, who'd they bury? Like there's just a lot of abstract work going on that is hard to parse, and it's fun to parse though. I love doing it. But Laura screams and scared. Cooper runs out of the room, returning to the other one. He is bleeding from his chest at this point, as a trail of blood on the floor. He stumbles back to the first room and sees a woman lying on the floor with his own body. The woman is Annie, who he doesn't realize is Annie at first. He asks Carolyn, as she's dressed in Carolyn's clothes. I'm assuming they are laid in the pose, which he woke up to the scene of Carolyn's body.
Yeah.
And the woman ends up being Annie with her throat cut, and blood all over her face and neck. A little later, Cooper walks into a room with a shrine-like table to see Annie, and she says she saw the face of the man who killed her. It was her husband. She's like, Annie? Or he's like, Annie? And she's like, who's Annie? And their appearance all of a sudden changes to Carolyn. And it is then that Carolyn is replaced by Laura, who screams again, and then replaced by Wyndham Earl. and Annie watches as Wyndham and Cooper face off and then disappears. Wyndham laughs and says if Cooper gives him his soul, he will let Annie live. And Cooper's like, yeah, no doubt. Easy, go for it.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a nice moment of him just being like,
yes.
Yep, right away. I don't give a fuck. And
then Earl stabs Cooper. A flame bursts, and then time is turned back, undoing the stab, which plays with the timeline of how he was bleeding in the first place. Which is why I'm like, time doesn't work normal here. And Bob's like, yep, I was never going to let that happen, baby. Wyndham, you're getting way over your head, buddy. You can't ask for Cooper's soul. And he looks at Coop. He's like, I'm going to take his soul instead. Cool. And after a burst of flame, Wyndham Earl goes silent. Seemingly dead.
His soul eject. I mean, yeah, that was like a just see you later. I don't know. And he's a vegetable afterwards. So, I mean, he's just a meat packet. I feel like I don't even know if he is breathing or if he's just posted there forever. But yeah, the cool Bob always having the upper hand. Nice. The time switch, bro has the time stone, maybe only in the Black Lodge. He can control it.
I think it's a Black Lodge exclusive thing. But another
stab, that's, I feel like it points to time. Like, obviously time is working differently because he was bleeding before he got stabbed up into the stab, and then it's reversed, and then he's so it's like he had to bleed in order for the stab to happen, and then for it to be like kind of a Tenet sort of thing as well there. But like, so that is sick.
And I think I'd be willing to bet, and I'm not, the mechanics are one thing, but there's a shot where Cooper walks into a room. And then we cut to Annie, who is standing directly across from Coop.
After this interaction or before?
Before. This is before this. It's towards the beginning of the scene whenever Annie turns into Caroline and then turns into Laura and then into Wyndham. So right before we see Annie, Cooper walks into a room. I think that's evil Coop. Not the one who gets stabbed. There's a brief glimpse of a Coop that walks into a room. And then we see Annie talking to normal Coop. And I think that they are two different Coops. And that's not super important. It's just something that I think, because then as soon as Coop leaves this room, an evil Coop appears from behind the curtain.
Yeah,
which is the one I think we watched walk into a room previously.
And yeah, it's like only after Coop runs in between all the rooms and goes back and forth and is kind of scared and is just, then evil Coop shows up. So that's
why I'm like, I think there's either a time thing, like as far as the amount of time spent, like it needs to grow a doppelganger sort of thing, or like the switching of the rooms, like a certain amount of times you go from one place to another place to another place to another place to another place, like. Maybe there's something there. I don't know how, but regardless, it clearly resulted in a second Coop.
Yes. Each time you go through a room,
another one's born type shit.
Or like a year.
Another
passes.
Possibility is created. Like something like that.
Each room, way longer than you think. And getting him to run through the rooms was the goal, or like getting him to spend more time in the Black Lodge, like kind of maybe was the goal. Because if Bob has the upper hand on Wyndham here, he could just reverse time and he's like, no, actually, I'm taking his soul. He's wrong. You're free to go, bud. That's like, okay. Obviously he has the upper hand on Coop too, because we see him in Coop afterwards. So it's like,
he fully,
And like, this is, it doesn't feel that everything just fell into place and he let Wyndham, it's like, oh wow, what a crazy coincidence, and gladly I'll take Cooper's spot. It feels like
he wanted Coop.
Yes, yeah. So that is to get him in there. I feel like it's just maybe that was the only goal of Bob, and Bob is very simple, and it is just max fear, and I need Coop for my next whatever. And through that...
and I think there's also a part of him that gets off on the idea of corrupting good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Coop was kind of the pinnacle of goodness in this show, and if even he's not immune to Bob's sway...
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I think that I think that the doppelgangers are the worst parts of a person made manifest, you know?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why it takes time for because Coop doesn't spend time with those thoughts, you know, he might.
Right.
They are there. We are human, but like he always has, I don't know, the good thoughts. But then now that he's literally in the manifestation of hell or fear or
and he's scared.
Worst. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, that doesn't help. That's what the Black Lodge loves. You know, like he's scared running from room to room.
Yeah. And it's like Bob has his like actual, like he was in Leland and he could do things with Leland, but it feels like there wasn't a connection with Wyndham, but just through him wanting Coop, this is the bad, fear, evil route that just naturally manifested. It's like, it's just clear that, like, I don't know, like his arch rival, I don't know, the person that hates him the most. That is but then Wyndham himself, when he dies or his soul is taken, that's Wyndham's maximum fear, to think he's in total control, and then at the very moment he thinks he wins, boom, you know, actually no, Bob's in control, and he, you know, Wyndham, I feel like, is just like Josie, was basically scared to death, and boom, her soul sucked, soul absorbed, and so it's like I don't know. Bob he might not be the mastermind and calculating everything quite like Wyndham, but just through the pure evil, or like, I don't know, evil will find a way, just like life will find a way, maybe, and it's just through the want of it, you know, just that is the goal in mind, and it will find its way eventually there. And so it touches all these people in the way. But yeah, it's just to get Coop. Like, I do agree. Like, I feel like after talking through, like, Leland did not go through this experience when he was a kid.
No, I think it's a different thing. And speaking of, the doppelganger of Leland then appears with brown hair, and he's back to his original Ray Wise, not the white-haired Ray Wise. And he appears in the hall between the two rooms and says, "I did not kill anybody." And Cooper's doppelganger.
Original hair, but still the white eyes, or even...
Yeah. There's no Leland that appears with normal eyes.
Oh, okay. So...
In this episode. It's all wide-eyed Leland, and I think this is the only appearance.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, huh.
And the shot here, fuck me, dude. This would be terrifying. Whenever Coop's about to walk into the other room, and then he looks back, and himself is looking around the corner. No. No.
Nope.
Fuck no.
Yep.
That is... I've got chills talking about it. That's horrifying to think about.
Yeah, I think he does run, right? He's just like, all right, nope.
He bolts.
Yep,
he's like, nope,
like, I'm not having
fuck
that.
that.
And
that's when the real Cooper runs back and forth between rooms, and it seems he cannot get out, and the doppelganger Coop catches up to him, and Bob's face briefly appears and laughs.
I mean, it feels... Maybe the switch didn't happen of evil Coop and whatever back then, but here, like, this is this is where the switch was made. Like, if real Coop that we know is trapped in here, evil Coop is on the way out. He got to him, and
Coop was about to make it out. Bad Coop decides, nope, that's it. And that's when at nightfall, Harry, still sitting in the same spot 24 hours later, finds Cooper and Annie lying in the forest by the circle of trees as the red curtained gateway of the Black Lodge disappears.
Damn.
Back at the Great Northern, Cooper wakes up in his bed, and he says, "How's Annie?" And Harry tells him that Annie's in the hospital and be all right. Cooper says that he needs to brush his teeth, and they're like, yeah, sure, go for it, man. He gets out of bed, tells Harry and Doc Hayward once more, I need to brush my teeth. Mm-hmm. And once in the bathroom, he begins to put toothpaste on a brush, but then decides he's going to squeeze the tube's contents into the sink. He slowly raises his head, looks in the mirror, and smashes his head into it, bloodying the glass. And as soon as he does too, you hear Laura scream, which is very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on there in the bathroom at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, this, I feel...
I love the sound effect whenever he hits his head and you just hear, like a brief, very sharp scream. Bob's face appears in the mirror, revealing that it is actually the doppelganger. How's Annie? How's Annie? How's Annie?
Now, this is, whenever I first saw it, like, this is kind of how I thought they were showing how Leland worked, like in the back. Whenever we didn't see Leland and Bob, alone, like this is what happened. And like Coop, he wakes up and he this is the first thing he says is, how's Annie? And it feels like it's actually a genuine, how's Annie? But then this is what Bob makes fun of him for, like in the room. It's like, why, like, you're having that emotion, like, oh, how's Annie? Like, why would you even love or like ask that question? Or maybe it's more of like a twisted, for Truman and Doc Hayward, it's like, they think I care about Annie, sort of. So I
think that was my interpretation of it, is him being like, I take this version of Coop, there's no good in him. There's nothing in him that is from the original Coop. I think when he wakes up and goes, how's Annie? I think it is all Bob performing, and that is all it is.
Yeah. I mean, if it's evil Coop, I mean, this feels like full possession. I mean, this is...
Yes, 100%. The real Coop is not here. The real Coop is in the Black Lodge.
Yeah, and maybe that was just the limitation that Bob had before with Leland, is that there was a real human that did have some ounce of good in him there, but now it's like they created just, I don't know, Agent X, just the absolute dark evil manifestation that Bob...
Yeah, I think that this is the first time Bob is able to, I don't know...
fully exist as himself.
Yeah, like it's his presence was always just that. It was a presence. I think now he is there, which is horrifying heading into the return, because it takes place 25 years later.
God, this being the last shot you see, and the log lady talking about reflections.
Incredible effect. There's incredible effect, by the way. I love what they did here. I love mirrors that are actually windows. I'm a huge fan.
But it's broken, so it's like it was. I don't know. That was cool. Of like how it's almost easier if the mirror isn't broken and it is just a window.
Absolutely.
But then the fact that it is a broken, I don't know. That was there was a lot of things that just kind of. Was like, wow, that's kind of just impressive and cool filmmaking wise to see. Just knowing that they had to think of the, I don't know, every angle and every reflection, all that, and it looks perfect. Well, like it looks Bob
from just an outset, like getting Kyle MacLachlan acting with Frank Silva, like with Frank Silva, is very, very cool. Like he's not just seeing Frank Silva, he's not just seeing him be creepy. They are literally acting off of each other in some of these scenes, like when they're laughing together and when they do that to get like, I love it. I'm a sucker for it. And, we've got a lot to look forward to, man. I know this is the end, but it's just the beginning.
Oh my God. Yes, this is, it was crazy. I don't know. Just this era, this time of my life has been completely taken over.
Dude, you've watched 29 episodes of TV over the course of 6.5 months.
That's true. Usually a good show, like Thrones, I binged the shit out of it when I started.
If I had left you to your own devices, you would have been done with this 6 months ago.
That's true. Yeah, very, very early on. So wow. I mean, yeah, it was nice to get that treatment, you know, because this wasn't it was just released on TV. You had to wait for every episode. It feels like I'm glad I did get to rush the end a little bit, so I didn't have to wait to get the
we're real, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a break before the return, make you wait for it a little bit. Not for the listener, of course. The first episode on the return will be in 3 weeks' time, as next week we're covering Fire Walk With Me. In 2 weeks we are covering The Missing Pieces, and then we will be covering Twin Peaks: The Return Part 1. Yes. Of 18, so we've got a lot to go. And those are all an hour. They're no longer 40 minutes.
Oh man,
getting just full-blown Showtime, R-rated Peaks. And nothing but Lynch. It's 18 hours of Lynch. It's 9 movies, basically.
That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about.
It's just peak. And Kyle MacLachlan is obviously back. Kyle MacLachlan is obviously back. Kyle MacLachlan is obviously back. Kyle MacLachlan is obviously back.
You want to know a cool thing that happened with the tallies of all the characters and performance nods we gave? Not really anything cool showed out until the very end. And Cooper obviously was going to be the winner and take home the most awards. We both, very different episodes did we go with him, but we both gave him exactly 12 character nods and 7 performance nods. So, I mean, we lined up to...
That's wild.
Yeah, so, I mean, he definitely won. He got 24 character nods total and 14 performance nods. So, I mean, yeah, he's a...
24 of what, 48?
Yeah. Or 8... Yeah, I guess it would be 30, 60? Is it? Or no, season 1 is...
58. 24 of 58, sorry.
So
because this is episode 29.
Yes. Oh, is the one. Okay.
Oh, wait, the pilot's not counted as it's 30 episodes. Sorry.
Yes, so 60 nods total to get, I guess, was the goal. And I feel like that's the cool part of the show is that there isn't really a clear second place. It's just everyone else in the show is second place. Is literally pretty much how it went down. Is that there was a time and an episode where we could pick out a performance or say that they're the character of the episode, which
took home nice. 40% of the character nods. That's incredible.
Had to, just naturally. But yeah, I don't know. I need. It'll be not, give me the same treatment, a little bit of what the people had to go through. Wait a little bit. It's been, I don't know, but yeah, it's been
just a fraction of it, but yeah, for sure. But we'll cover Fire Walk With Me, and for those listening, we are going to record that episode tomorrow. It obviously won't be out till next week. But in fact, we're so far ahead of the curve now that I think the next episode that's actually supposed to release is season 2, episode 18.
Let's see. We are that is upcoming. Yeah, 18. So we're a little ahead. Yeah. That's for sure. But
we are a little ahead of the curve by just 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, about a month. So yeah, I mean we're ahead of the game for sure. But we're heading into October with Twin Peaks: The Return, and that's
let's
fucking cook, baby. Yeah. The Return is going to be all throughout the fall. I'm so happy. Now The Return, I've only watched once. This was my 4th time watching this finale.
Oh, man. Yes.
Now, it was the 3rd and 4th time I've watched the finale because I watched it twice. It was my 3rd watch through of the first 2 seasons of Twin Peaks. Watched the finale a couple extra times. But The Return, I've only watched that once, so it's still new to me, pretty new to me. One watch of The Return is not enough to know exactly what's going on in The Return. So
yes, I can say that for sure about the finale. Oh, really? Yeah. So yeah, I can't imagine what that's going to be like. But,
Fire Walk With Me, very easy to understand, very devastating film. Very excited to cover that next week. And then The Missing Pieces I've never even seen. So I'm excited to see the deleted scenes from Fire Walk With Me. and see how they might impact my perception of the narrative and stuff. So, we've got Fire Walk With Me coming up next week. We are also doing The Cinementalists currently, Cinementalists. That is our movie podcast. And we are having a great time doing some Cinema Surprise right now. Mm-hmm. I believe it's about to come to a conclusion, if I'm not mistaken.
Second to last week, this week.
Yes,
so 2 more to
so
go.
It is your last pick of this season is this Friday. My last pick will be next Friday. We've been having a great time going back and forth, trading shots for movies here. It's been a lot of fun, so you should go check that out. In October, we are covering, of course, horror movies all month. And kicking up to that with Fire Walk With Me, one of my favorites of all time. Gotta love it. And that is a tried and true horror film, by the way.
Perfect. Yes, it's only getting better over time. This is
there's a, you can only go so far with horror on network television at the time. David Lynch getting to go full-blown Lynch horror on Twin Peaks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think we're there.
It's so sad. It's so fucking sad. Oh my god, it's the most devastating movie of it.
Show.
Yeah, I mean, like you're entering a movie that is fundamentally about incestuous sexual assault. So
that's and I want it more than any. It's a weird thing that I am like, I need to see this. I need to know how it unfolded, movie, but I don't.
It's such a good movie, and. No, yeah, and that's the thing is that Laura she's been so present, but hasn't been in the show.
Yeah.
That, like, finally getting to see her as Laura, as she was, as she lived is...
Sheesh. Makes it even worse.
It's so good and it's so sad and it's so good. I cannot wait for next week. But, we've also got Geek With Me going on. We're alternating between Alien Earth and Peacemaker Season 2 every week right now. We're covering both bi-weekly. I'm pretty sure Alien Earth is getting pretty close to the end, if not...
Next week, it will be the end.
Next week, all right. Next week, we have the last episodes on Alien Earth. This week, we have episodes 3 and 4 of Peacemaker Season 2, so a lot to look forward to. We're doing a lot, and it's a lot of fun. But if you enjoyed us here, leave a 5-star rate and review and share this with anybody you know who has watched Twin Peaks or should watch Twin Peaks. We don't claim to be experts. We just like talking about the stuff we like watching. So hit us up if you have any thoughts. We would love to hear from you. Hit us up if you're interested in... we're obviously a very far ways away from the end of the show. But if there is interest from our audience for us to watch and cover another show, I would like to know what that show is. I would like to know so that maybe once this is over, maybe we can take Fire Pod with me to a different realm. But we'll see. We'll obviously see if there's any interest in that. Just let us know. But I think with that we can conclude this episode of Fire Pod with me and conclude the original run of the show. I was Colton Robertson, and I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. Always pleasure be here. Yeah,
it is always a pleasure to have you. Fucking Christ, man. I love these movies.
Man. Wow, there we are. It is the end of an era, but man, all right. Is there any final cryptic line to leave me with, or is it the same as always?
Remember, who do you think this is there?